KaylaBetts, are you unmuted? Are you there?
Oh.
What's up, Kay? How we doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, you know, living the dream, fired up, jacked up, and excited. Well, I appreciate you being available as well. I know you've been completely crushing it. For those of you that don't know KaylaBetts, she not only has an elite business, but she's also a Platinum Black 3. She's probably been one of the top sellers in the history of the company. And here's what's crazy about Kay, and she's going to share her story. She was here, left, came back, just a crazy journey, but is crushing. And one of her best skills is telling stories, is showing up on a day-to-day basis. She does lives all the time. She's crushing on TikTok. I think that's your number one platform, correct?
I've actually been loving on, I went back to Facebook and TikTok, but both of them are my babies.
So Facebook and TikTok are neck and neck. We'll see which one's number one this year, but I know she's crushing on both. And I just love the fact that you've been showing up in the biggest way. You do your lives, you do your stories. You're just so consistent. It's just so inspiring. So would love for you to start off, share with everybody your story, and then tell them what you're most excited about. What's your vision? Where are you taking this thing? I'll turn the call over to you. Thanks for being on.
Well, good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. For those that don't know, I'm KaylaBetts or KaylaBetts, and I started Modere back in 2016, back in the dark ages when we had M3. We didn't even have all of this collagen and stuff. And when I started, I was in the hood. I was on welfare. I was raising two small babies under the age of 2 at the time, and I was living in a very toxic place where violence was no stranger to me. So in 2016, I bought my kit, and I said, you want to know what? I need to make some cash as a full-time stay-at-home mom who was trying to get off of the system. And having 2 children, we all know it's not easy, and at this point in time, I was doing things to put food on the table that I wasn't proud of. So I started Modere 2016, and when I started, I was expecting to get rich like yesterday. I had the assumption that you're going to get rich really fast, and I really wasn't coachable, but I knew that I wanted to make money. So long story short, I did really well in Modere, but I didn't make these millions like I was expecting to. Mind you, I wasn't doing all of the things. I wasn't utilizing all my tools. I wasn't listening to uplines. I was that hard head person that just you couldn't tell me anything. So I ended up quitting Modere in 2017. And I went to another company, and sometimes you realize early on that the grass is not greener on the other side. I was so quick to leave the company just because my upline had left, and I just didn't, have my own brain at this point in time. So what happened was my team wasn't thriving, so I then quit my second company, and I got pregnant with baby number 3. Pregnant with baby number 3, I realized I couldn't afford anything. So I just quit network marketing in general because I just felt overwhelmed. And then COVID-19 happened where life smacked me in my face. I had to get back on welfare. I had depleted my savings account. I had no money. I was like, where's my money? I had nothing. So I then reinvested in myself, the best decision I've ever made in 2021. But this time, guys, I'm going to tell you what, when I invested, I said I'm going to become coachable. I'm going to use the systems like the ATM and things that we have already in play. I'm going to go to the events whether I can afford them or not. Events are non-negotiable. You want to really run the bag up and you really want to make money and get yourself and brand out there, you need to get to the events. I told myself, like John says, we're going to get rich eventually. So I'm going to keep on showing up and keep on being consistent. In 2021, within 8 months, I hit Platinum Black. I've never dropped my Platinum Black rank. I built an Elite 1 team in 2022, and we're on the verge of an E2 team. And the reason why I want to share this with you guys is because when I started back in 2016, I wasn't coachable. And if you really want to excel in this business, get out of your way, get out of your head, follow the instructions. Literally, they give you these systems that will tell you how to do A, B, and Z. And when I realized that I wasn't coachable this time around, I made it an effort to make sure that I would be put in rooms with top people like John and Tony Zalecki and all of that. I wanted people to know who I was, but I had to make sure that I was showing up every single day, whether I wanted to or not. And I've built this business from the hood into a beautiful country home in a suburban area with 3 kids on my back. So don't think because you have little ones, don't think because you don't live in the best house or have the most support that you're not going to make it. Show up every single day and work hard. I'm talking work. This job is simple. It's not easy. Like John said, it's not easy. Nothing's easy. Nothing worthwhile comes. But when you're able to get off of welfare and when you're able to afford things like groceries and gas and, you know, and doing all these other small things in between, it makes it worthwhile. Am I rich like the Meltons? No, but I'm no longer broke anymore because of Modere and our dual comp plan. I learned that you can be an awesome seller making really good money, and you also can build a team and make really good money. So become coachable, you know, and I am truly blessed that I came back to Modere. And sometimes, guys, you have to learn, and it was a learning experience. I wish I never would have left Modere ever, but I came back, and I made sure that I was going to show up and make no excuses. And there's my little story.
I love it so much. And obviously at this point, you're doing what you've been doing for years now. But talk to people about, because you enroll a lot of new people, right? You've got a team that's growing. I saw Cordisha's like in the top 25 now in the whole company. I know Camille's up there a lot. I mean, you've got people that are duplicating your success. So what are some tips? What are some things you would advise people doing? Because the one thing I always remember what it's like to be new. So I have that concern with people that get easily overwhelmed. They're easily discouraged, which, by the way, first things first, guys, please work on your mindset and keeping your thoughts positive. You can't control the first thought, but you can control the second one. And instead of saying, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work? Let's flip the script and say, what if it does work? What if you could figure this thing out? What would your life look like if you could take your annual income and turn it into a monthly paycheck? Let's start thinking more positively. First things first. Second thing, let's talk about simple steps. What are some things that you would advise for people that are wanting to eventually build a big business, but they're maybe overwhelmed with TikTok, Facebook, videos, follow-ups, messaging people, you know, all the things, all the products. Let's keep it real simple. What would you advise for those people that want to build a business, but they're maybe just kind of in the early phase of their business?
So what I would recommend for somebody who's new and in a very early phase is I want you to get yourself familiarized with social media and your followers. And what I mean by saying that is I want you to get into your stories to where you control the camera, where you're not in front of a live video, where you can be in your stories and share a day in a life. And people underestimate stories because most people are going to be in your stories before they're actually on your Facebook post or your TikTok page. So I would recommend choosing one platform to nourish for 90 days. And I want you to really nourish like you would nourish a plant or a newborn baby, where you're going to love on it all day, every day, but in increments. So something that I tell my new people who join my team is I tell them to download Snapchat. Hear me out. Download Snapchat where it has a timed filter where you can time your video for 10 seconds. 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And I challenge my new people to make a video at least 10 seconds long, whether it's saying, good morning, happy Monday, how are you, how was your weekend, or hey, who wants to lose weight and tighten and tone their skin? Using the Snapchat timer is going to allow you to make time for this business, whether you have 5 minutes or 60 minutes. If you have an extra 5 minutes in the day, I want you to take the time to make a 10-second video, a 20-second video, a 30-second video, and talk to your followers. You want to start building relationships with people who are watching you. You don't want to be so quick to, hey, buy my product. You want to genuinely make real conversations. You want to be engaging. And this what you're going to do is you're going to utilize your stories. If you are not ready for Facebook Live or TikTok Live, yes, it can be scary. Yes, live is the best way. But you also can do stories and reels to where your business is now being ciphered into the algorithms. You're now becoming relatable. You're putting yourself out there. I do the 3 things, and I got this from Fraser Brooks, is RVL, write this down, where R is results. So in your stories, you want to be sharing some of your personal results. Maybe your energy is better. Maybe you dropped 10 pounds. Maybe you lost 5 pounds on our 5-day drop. Okay, everyone needs to lose an extra 5 pounds. Maybe you want to share results on the collagen. But you should always be in your stories showing examples of the product and how it works. I personally share my own transformations, mentally, physically, and emotionally. All of those are my results because I want people to relate to me. I'm a full-time mom. I'm a C-section mom. You know, I gained over 100 pounds during the pandemic. I have IBS. I have all these health complications, so I do results, which is the R. Second letter is value. You want to be adding value to your stories. How can you be in a service of somebody else? Maybe you want to educate them on protein or educate them on food or educate them on how to, I don't know, do meals under $10. You want to give value to your followers so they have another reason to come back to your story the next day. The L is life. You want to do a day in a life. And I pretend I'm a Kardashian, guys. I literally do. From the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. I am blogging my life in 10-second increments, 20-second increments, a minute increments. I'm a busy sports mom. Football and cheerleading take a lot of my time. So I use Snapchat to make time management more effective for me, right? So RVL is result, value, and life. These are things that should be in your story. If you're brand new and don't want to go live, there's no excuse to why you can't show up for business. Make a story, make a graphic, share your life. We all like to show our food and show our grandkids and show our dogs and show our cars and our houses. These are things that you can do in your story. And RVL I got from Fraser Books, and this is something that's been very beneficial for me. I've been in my stories for 7 years straight almost. I think they started maybe like 6 years ago. I don't miss a story because every day you're going to get a new follower who doesn't know who you are and want to kind of have a little glimpse on who you are. But if you're telling your life in your stories and you don't want to go live, you can still run it up in your business. I've been doing this for 90 days, testing it out, and I've still been hitting my Platinum Black ranks just through my stories. And I'm back to going live again because I'm going to be honest, guys. Live is the fastest way to get people into your business and to hear about it. Think of like a TV commercial. When you watch the TV commercial on Super Bowl, the newest Pepsi commercial, you are an advertising for your business. So your live video is an advertisement. So when you are ready, go live to really explode your business for sure. But until then, start utilizing your stories. Download Snapchat. Give yourself a timed video so then you know I have 1 minute of extra time in the car, in the bathroom, at work, in between the carpool line. This business is designed to fit in your schedule. And this is why I do Snapchat timer, because sometimes I only have 7 extra minutes. Sometimes I only have an extra 20 minutes throughout the whole day. So I make sure that I am pre-recording content or recording content to be able to utilize in my actual stories.
I love that so much, and I'm sure a lot of the busy moms on here are loving that because we think, oh, my gosh, I don't have time. Listen, we all have the same amount of time in a day, and I know you'll say, well, yeah, but you guys are doing it full-time. You've been doing it for years. Yeah, but again, we started at suck. We started at zero customers, 0 followers. We all start somewhere. But this is such an important tip for you guys to understand because this doesn't take, when people say, I don't have time, I got to manage my time. You can't manage time. You can only manage priorities. And if you make this business a priority and you say, you know what, I'm going to set the intent this week or every day to find that 30 minutes, find that 1 hour, or like she said, 7 minutes to record something and just start to put out content, even if you're not willing to do live videos, like Kay said, and I agree, live videos are the best. The reason, here's why we like live videos, because you can just sit there and talk. You can just have a conversation, share some tips, share your story, talk about why you're getting started, why these products. You can interview people on the team. There's so much you can do in a live. You don't have to put in so much effort up front, and there's no, you don't have to be real technical. You just go live button, you start talking. But with that being said, if you're not ready for that or you want to get better on camera, these tips that she's giving you are really good because everybody can talk in their stories. Everybody can upload 10 seconds, 15 seconds, snap a picture of something. Like just start becoming a content creator. Stop consuming content and start creating it. That's the bottom line. I love that you said you like to have the mindset that you're like a Kardashian. But it is funny, right? Because there are children out there that have YouTube channels where they make slime. And they literally make money making slime. There's kids out there playing video games, y'all. Remember all of us growing up, we played video games, right? And our parents said, get out the video game, you're not going to pay the bills. But there are kids literally paying not only their bills, but their parents' bills playing video games. So there are so many ways to monetize a following and monetize your social media, but you have to be willing to get uncomfortable and start putting yourself out there if you're serious. See, everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to be a platinum black or be on a call like this or be a top performer. They all have their big goals and aspirations, but it's scary. But scared money don't make money. So let's get over yourself. Let's get over your fears. And remember, it's not about you. You have a miracle in your mouth, and you can literally change someone's life like someone changed mine 22 years ago, like someone changed Kay's and Leslie's. And you're going to hear from Tony next. Kay, any final thoughts before we turn it over to Tony about what you're most excited about?
What I'm most excited about is the growth and the things that Modere has to offer. And I'm really excited that we have a lot of good things happening in Modere. And if you're looking for a company or an environment to be in, it's very homey. And I feel like Modere has helped me grow mentally. And I'm really excited to see where everybody is going in Modere because the momentum right now is crazy. If you're not in Modere, you need to get in here. And I'm just excited to overall be here in general because truly, the way that the world is right now, we all need extra cash. I don't care who you are, where you live, and what you do. We all need extra money. And the fact that you can make money recruiting or even selling, you don't have to have a team to make money, makes Modere even better because a lot of women and people don't want a team yet. I'm going to say yet because who doesn't want dual paychecks? But I'm just really excited and really thankful to be in Modere, and I want to thank, all the top leaders, Tony and John, who've really taken the time to lead from the front and show us what's possible. Because anything is possible, and seeing all you guys crush it and thrive and move forward, and whether you guys are 20 years in the game, you guys are showing us that you got to just keep showing up, and eventually we'll be rich. So I'm excited about this, and thank you guys for having me.
I love you. You're amazing. And, guys, look, that's what it's all about, right? We make an income by making an impact. And you know what I love about Kay and Leslie is that both of them were so nervous last week when we did our training, and they both were two of the best. You were one of the best. Your training was off the hook. I know, Leslie, same thing. Your story was so impactful, and I just appreciate you. And I'm just so grateful to be in business with you. Like you said, we've got the best leaders, the best systems, and the future looks bright, y'all. We're going from the millions to the billions. So thanks, Kay. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Listen, later next month, May 31st and June 1st, put this in your calendar, we're going to be doing another one of these amazing director dashes. It's for anyone and everyone that wants to go director, and then the people that go director and elite, they're going because they're either going to be speaking or bringing people with them that want to go director. Now, do you have to go to these in-person events? Of course not. But you also don't have to have fast success, growth, or abundance. You don't have to have an income, right? Like there's people that join. It's like a gym membership. Some get great results. Some get no results. The individual is the variable. So all of us are individuals, and you have a choice. If you're really serious, I would recommend being on these calls, taking notes, taking action. Follow Kay, follow Leslie, follow the people that you hear on these calls, and try to get to that next director dash. It's going to be in Baltimore, May 31st, June 1st. In fact, everybody you're hearing from today, they're going to be there as well. So get your tickets. We only have 100 spots. Half the tickets are sold. So make sure you get a ticket ASAP. And we're just fired up, jacked up, and excited for it. So